All right, so basically I want to test this really quick before I put it in there, because for 64 bucks you got a good chance that it's bad right out of the box. So take your battery, run your positive to the main lug here, then you're going to jump it to the little side lug, and then your ground is going to be on the body. Obviously these wires are not made for the load of this, so I'm just going to blip it, and basically if it does anything, I'm good with that. And there we go. That's all we needed. So now we're going to put this piece of junk on there and see how it actually works. All right. Try to dig into this. I try to pull out as many tools as I can to avoid 4,000 trips to the toolbox, because I'm going to attempt to do all of this live time, if that makes any sense. Let's start it up real quick so you can see how it sounds right now with the starter it has. All right, and actually it started up a little more eagerly that time than it has been, but of course it's 55, 60 degrees in my garage here, to where, you know, once it gets down to 30 degrees, especially lower, it really struggles more than it should. And one problem I had is my positive and my negative, they were just corroded to hell. The negative survived. I'll probably eventually end up replacing this cable just because it's pretty cheap and it just goes straight down. But the positive, did I fab or cobble some shit up on this? Let me tell you what. Basically, actually I need to take that off of there. Both of these hot leads corroded like 2 inches back into the wire, and it was bad, and I had to cut them off and then make brass terminals, get a different clamp style off of a different donor Honda. Typically I would just replace this power wire, because it usually just goes to your fuse box, then it goes down around to your starter, and that's it. But you know, Acura, it's got to be extra. So this is like a main harness, and it goes everywhere, including to your MAF, all the way around. I believe it goes to the knock sensor, the bottom part of the alternator. It goes everywhere. So it's not just a power cable. So that kind of sucked. So yeah, I'm praying that none of these roll off into the Type R. You know, it's working with the space that we got. I'm gonna borrow some cardboard. Thank you. Get out of there. Maybe I ought to double that up, huh? We definitely don't want none of them problems. All right, these are definitely not one of my most favorite starter replacements in the world. The easiest way to do this, you got a couple options. You can go from the bottom, really sucks. You can take this off, take the intake off, which really sucks. Probably, I would say the most annoying, but the easiest, less labor intensive way is to actually take your fan off, take this off. You can take this bracket off, but that involves undoing all these clips, and ain't nobody got time for that. So let's see, that clip's already broke. That's nice. So this basically just pulls out this bracket right here. Disconnect your hose. Don't make a huge mess. Come on. There we go. Put this down. Now you want to make sure that falls over and dumps all that shit onto your floor, because you know there'd be no other way to do it. We get a couple lights. Fucking love these pod lights. Don't know nothing about them, boy. All right. Of course, hood's aluminum, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, hood is not aluminum. Well, it's too far up there to really use anyway. Basically what I want to show you, I don't even know if you can see because you're on top of my head, but starter is actually right down in there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a wire right here that we need to disconnect. There's a bar right there that we need to unbolt. What we're going to worry about right now, getting this fan out. Man, I really don't have anywhere to put my awesome lights. I guess I don't need them today. Oh, actually there's a harness on this fan that you need to unplug. It's all the way down, meow. Alright, that's it. Couple of tins. Your fan should flop away like so. Now getting this fan out of here sometimes it can be a pain. Sometimes like that, it literally just pulls out. I don't know why that is. So now, maybe I can fit a light or two in here. Yes, sir. Look at that. You know what I'm gonna do too? Borrow this cardboard again. I'm just gonna be way too big for what I need. That's just gonna be all in my way, I think. That's going to be annoying, I already know it, but you want to try to protect your radiator because they're super easy to put a hole in. So now the next thing I'm going to try to do is take that bar off, which, man, them are some rusty fellas. I'm gonna guess that's a 14 down yander, maybe a 12. I don't remember. Definitely a 12. That's why we're doing this basically live here, so you can see all the screw ups. Well, now all right now. Well, that bolt is so rusted that it identifies as a 12.5. Normally I'd like to get this spinning and then smack it on the bolt. And then it usually pops all the nice rusty ones loose that way. Uh-oh. No. Oh yeah. Well, that one is tight. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit that in there, but I'm going to try. It is pretty damn tight. That is not going in there without an extension. Oh, I hate filming with the GoPro. I haven't even checked it because you're on top of my head, but I'm assuming by now it's already turned off because, you know, that's what GoPro does. Alright, not fitting that. Let me try the smaller one. You know, if this wasn't such a rusty pile of shit, that would have just come off with my electric ratchet. But nah. Alright, we're back. I had to go put some makeup on, change my tampon a few times. That thing just wouldn't quit, even though it was literally nothing. It just wouldn't give it up. So anyway, now we gotta unplug our wire down here, which you can't see. We've got another, oh, where's another one at? basically like this wire here that goes on the bracket on the starter back in the back. I need to get off. And then you're gonna have your main power lug on the top of the starter. Hey, at least that's nice and clean. Probably can't see. You probably can't see anything we're doing because it's all underneath the intake. That's a 12. So let me tell you right now though, the main power lug on top of the starter, when you go to tighten your new 12mm nut, well, tighten the 12mm nut, words in English, let's get it figured out, to your new starter, do not over torque that, because they break so easy, so easy. All right, there's a 12mm nut. All right, now the starter itself is held on with 17mm bolts. Now I'm wondering, I don't think that's going to work out in my favor. Yeah, I'm going to try it anyway. Don't have one of these to get them. I don't think this is going to work. I'm just wasting my time. I'm going to try because I can almost get that onto that back 17. Let me take that back. The front 17. The back is a 14. And that is not going on that front 17. Let me see if I can get this 14 though on that back 14. Oh, and she is rusty. Nope, because what it's doing is, since that's so close to the starter, it's pressing the button on my ratchet and it's stopping it from going. So we'll be doing that the hard way. 14 extension. I'm choosing to do the harder bolt first because it's easier to get off if something's holding the starter in place. And also you have your knock sensor too, right about the back, kind of like the back of where your ratchet is going to be. Don't break that off. Well, that bolt is insanely tight. See if we got any other choices of ratchet here. And we don't. We either have standard length or ridiculous length. So maybe I can throw a socket and extension on the back side. Give it a little more. You know what I'm talking about? Yep. I got it. Hopefully my knock sensor didn't get broke. Feels alright. Yeah, these are the perfect breaker bars. Breaker extensions. I already know that we're going to be finishing this video on my phone because just a little bit that we've filmed so far dropped my battery from 100% to 35% because GoPro life. I've got the Hero 8 Black. I guess it's a little old now, but if you know of one that's not completely trash, let me know in the comments. Since I've been filming everything with my phone just because I hate the GoPro so much, but as a lot of you guys pointed out, it sucks because I have to do everything one-handed and I can't actually video a full video like this. All right. So what that back 14's doing is it's got corrosion on it, and it's just tight all the way out. So I'm gonna try to sneak this in here. That sounded like it got it. Should have done that to begin with, after I broke it free. Huh? There's actually no corrosion on that. It was just being a pain in my ass. Alright. 17. Let's see if we can break this front one. This front one's usually a little tighter. But fortunately you can actually get to the front one. So tighter is not a problem. So already 3 times now I'm glad that I put cardboard in front of my radiator. Because I would have smoked it already, for sure. That's your big 17. So by all means the starter should fall out right now. I'm surprised that it hasn't separated itself on its own. Oh, it's... Alright, so it's part of the transmission. Needs a little persuasion. There it goes. I would have to say the starter has probably never been replaced. Just pull straight out. Mitsuba. So yeah, this is the part I'm telling you about that don't go ham on, because you'll snap that whole top off quick as shit. Alright, little Mitsuba. Let's get you over here. Huh. Well, that's odd. That end cap is a little bit different. Hardware is obviously different. Everything else looks... The case, it's got the same notches in the same spots. I wonder if that was a... I almost wonder if that was an OE reman. Interesting. Alright, well, $64 starter for the win. Are we still filming? Yes, yes we are. 30% battery life. Let's see how far we can get. Man, that is ass. That feels complete ass compared to the OE. You know what I'm saying? It's just, who cares? That's just some dry silicone. Just kind of slicking her up a little bit, I guarantee it. That's not going to be why this fails. I promise you that. What the fuck is all this? Oh, I'm going to take that nut off first. What am I doing with my life? Get on there. I'm gonna make sure this OEM, yeah, it's the same threads. Got you a couple washers there. Oops. Get on there. I'm not gonna use the lock washer it came with, and I am not gonna use where did that go? Oh, yeah, I am not gonna use the nut that it came with. Trash. You know what I mean? Trash. Alright. Go to your home. All right. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe it'll be easier for the next person. Me. 3 months from now when this thing ultimately fails. Basically, reverse order here. I'm going to put the 17 in first so that the 14 won't fight me as much as the plan. Just going to snug it. Got to make sure to actually tighten that later. Alright, 14. A little hard to get the hand down in here to get that in there started. Oh, yep, kind of went the hole anyway. See, what were we using? This setup right here? Maybe? I don't remember. Oh, come on. See, most people would have edited that out. All right, see if we can get this back on here now. You can kind of see through this hole. Get on there. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that all went all the way down. See if I can sneak this ratchet in here to actually tighten on it a little bit. There's really no room on this back 14. I didn't spray the threads on this one, I should have. All right. Good enough for me. Put a little bit of on that 17. All right, now, well, that definitely broke off. So now you're going to put your power lug back on. That fell right into the groove. That's nice. And it was this one, I believe. Yeah, definitely that one. It's shiny because it sat underneath that boot for however old this thing is. 09, math and stuff. Not my strongest suit. All right. 12th. We're just going to kiss that on there. Like I said, you kill this and you're going to want to kill yourself. All right, that's easy there. Put your little rubber boot back over. Make me spray you down with some silicone. Yeah, get over there. Plug your plug back in. Make sure it clicks. Got all these dumb wires to put back in their brackets, except for that one back there that broke off. Alright, now you got this annoying thing with the wire still connected to it. Because, you know, why should that come off for you? Make sure I'm still filming. Oh, look at that, we're still filming. No way. She's down to 20% now, though. Crusty 12 nut. Super crusty 12 bolt. What is going on right now? I'll have to say, do you not line up anymore? That does not want to go more than one thread. Give it the treatment. Oh, I like a glove. I love that dry silicone. It's not a penetrant, you know, like a PB blaster, but it makes things really slick and it goes away. It doesn't remain greasy and gross. Try to find that angle of the dangle I had to tighten that. I'll tell you another thing too. If that harness would have come disconnected, I would have just chucked this bracket in the trash. 100%. But because the harness didn't come disconnected, here we are with it back in here. Now we're hoping that this crispy thing connects back up without issue. I don't know if we have engine light or any kind of weird crap going on. I am checking that connector. That's the thing with these old boys. You go and you disconnect main connectors like that, there's a good chance you got a pin that's had a little bit of corrosion or dirt or whatever on it. Now it's not making a good connection, so get back in there and mess with it. Alright. Radiator looks alright. Let's get our fan back in here. Mr. Fan. So yeah, the bottom of this fan, it just goes into little slots down there. Easy, big fella. Come on. You don't want to munch my radiator. There you go. Just bend that bracket a little bit. Tell it who's boss. That locked in. Do not forget your connector. You will have a bad day. Connector's plugged in. Well, where did those go? What do I do with those? Oh, right in front of me. Come on now. Because I know we only got about 3 minutes left on this shitty GoPro. Oh, I see that's starting to puke. Quit it. Last thing I want is smelling coolant. I'm about to say that looked a little weird. She's all right now. Coolant. Speaking of coolant, back in you go. This little slot right here. That's a nice sketchy loose fit. Love it. Oh, that's stupid. Got a new clip put in there. Oh yeah, I bent that bracket, I forgot. Like that. We still recording? Yes, we are. Battery is at 12%. Which means I have about 2 minutes. Put you back on there. All right. Where's the key? Cha. See if it works. See what it sounds like. What? That's how it's supposed to start? It just starts? That even sounds good. Wow. All right. Normally when you install these Chinese starters, they have like a weird twang, like a wind-up kind of nasty noise to them. And you can always tell you got the shittiest starter by the way it sounds. That sounds OEM. And I will say it also looks OEM. I know it's not because it's only 64 bucks. The insides are all Chinesium, but that sounds great and that works. We'll see how long. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this is probably the view that you got this entire video, and I'm sorry for that. It is what it is, because all the action is way under there. Thanks for watching.